Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the show. So today, we're talking about 2 episodes from the original Season 2 of Star Trek. In this case, we're talking about the episodes Cat's Paw and I, Mud. Let's go ahead and talk about the first one, which is Cat's Paw. So a little bit of fun detail about this film before we go into it. This episode was actually pushed back so then it could be able to reach the Halloween season. Because this episode is a bit of a spooky one. What was this episode about? Well, the crew of the Enterprise, they encounter 2 aliens from another galaxy with magical seeming powers. And I gotta say, especially for this episode is actually, honestly, it's actually kind of a lot of fun. Mostly just because, like, say, the cinematography, the effects.
Temperature, sir. It keeps rising.
We're burning up, sir.
The costuming, all of that part, like the set designs and all that. I really like this episode. This feels like, say, like a Hammer episode that's also part Star Trek, and I gotta say, I enjoyed it for that. Also, this was apparently Walter Konak's first episode as Pavel Chekhov, but it was pushed back. But it was actually pushed back. So basically, this is the first film episode that he was actually introduced in, but it was out of order. I gotta say, I really like the actors and all this. Antoinette Bauer as Sylvia. She does a great job, in honesty. She really commands the screen, in honesty.
As I was.
So does Theo Marcus as his character. They all do a great job of being these magical, mysterious aliens and all that. Where basically Kirk, Spock, and Bones are held hostage and trying to figure out how do we get out of this place again. They do some voodoo magic and all that stuff, so it's actually kind of fun. One of the things I gotta say though is they have a black cat in this episode, and I gotta say I love it how, like, whenever they say, like, now the cat's this big, and I get to say, I like your ingenuity. It's simple, but it's really cool. Like, basically, they just have, like, a camera pointed at the cat to make it look bigger than it actually is, but it's really kind of cool the way they do it, honestly. I'd say this episode is actually a lot of fun. I feel like this would be an episode of Star Trek you'd watch around Halloween. Honestly, I also love the ending where basically it says, like, say, so this is what the aliens actually looked like the entire time. And yeah, this one actually is a lot of fun, and honestly. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the next episode, which is I, Mud. This is actually the second episode that deals with the character of Harry Mudd. Roger C. Carmel returns. He would next time appear in the Star Trek animated series, and he most recently appeared in Star Trek Discovery. He was played by Rainn Wilson.
Did you miss me as much as I missed you? Mud. Did you really think that you could leave me to rot in a Klingon prison and not suffer any repercussions?
But in this episode, like in this episode, Mudd is now the supreme ruler of a planet of androids who cater to his every whim.
I've had 500 of them made up to attend me.
He even has like his wife, who is basically an android too, and basically just the way he gets her to be quiet is just go, shut up, and then yeah, she just goes. And I gotta say, this episode's actually kind of goofy, and that it's just actually kind of fun. That like say every time like say the androids that go like say don't understand compute. I mean that's exactly what they do in this episode, but it's kind of fun. Harry Mudd goes like say, Captain, you aren't going anywhere. I'm holding your ship hostage. Don't you know this?
The fact is, I've taken over your whole ship. There's nothing you can do about it.
Roger C. Carmel, he does a fantastic job as Mudd. In all honesty, he is just like at times he's just going, just chewing the scenery. And I gotta say, this episode's actually I gotta say, like a lot of episodes like during this season of season 2, where like say it was like say in some episodes of this season it seems like say the friendship between Spock and Bones seems to be more developed, and it seems to be like say, okay, we've already developed the friendship between the captain and Spock, Mr. Spock. So we're gonna eventually introduce this friendship between this trio, and actually I like that honestly because it helps build like say a more dynamic and awesome. And I gotta say like say there's a lot more goofy moments. Nichelle Nichols, she does a great job in this episode as Uhura whenever like say the dancing moment. Moment where they're all really happy and Scotty dies from like they do like a little play almost basically just to trick the androids. It's like, y'all are happy and we're not doing it we're not fulfilling your needs. What is going on here? But yeah, I mean honestly, this episode is actually a lot of fun. All the actors in this episode do a great job. I actually got to say that the actress that plays Harry Mudd's wife, she does a great job. Honestly, everyone in this episode seems to be having a lot of fun in it. This, if you're looking for a original Trek episode that is a bit more on the goofy / fun side, this will be it. I'd say like if you're like wanting 2 episodes to have like say have a fun like 2 like a double feature 2 fun Star Trek episodes, I'd check out Cat's Paw and this episode.
I love you. However, I hate you.
Together. But what do you guys think of these 2 episodes of Star Trek? Put your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will be sure to be seeing you next time. See you later.